So today we'll be uh, going through another important method for doing the velocity analysis, and that is instantaneous center method or centros. The instantaneous centers are also called centros. So a centro or instantaneous center method is a point having the same velocity vector for two different links. Okay. So the first, what is a centro? A centro is a point which has the same velocity vector for two different links. Now, why I am keeping this part in the last? Because the centro method actually does not lead directly to acceleration analysis. Okay, the other methods like graphical analysis, it can directly help you in determining the acceleration of various links, but this method is limited to motion analysis only. And although this method can provide some useful insight into the mechanism velocity, it is not created as the best method. Okay. Now let's say if there are two links which are attached to each other. Let's say there is one link here, there is another link here, and they both are connected at this point. Then this point has the same velocity vector for both the links. And that is why any pin which connects two link in a mechanism is a centro of the two uh, two links. Okay. Here what I have not, that this one is fixed here and this one is fixed here. But see what is happening here. In this example, there is no movement. So this becomes a structure. If it is pinned here and it is not allowed to move related to this, so we need to be very sure that, let's say this is another link and it is connected to this fixed link here. So this fixed part is one link and then this link is another link which can move related to this point. Then this point is a centro for these two links, the fixed link and this movable link. Okay, this is a centro. I will go to this kind of example in a while, but why this is centro? Because this point has the same velocity vector for both the links, for the fixed one, which is obviously not moving, and for this moving one, it has one velocity vector. let's say there are two disks, and both the bodies, they roll on each other. Okay, there is no sliding motion in between them, they are just rolling, pure rolling. So the instantaneous point of contact is, again, any time if there is this point of contact, then this point is a centro for both the link, because this point will have the same velocity vector for both the links. Now, any mechanism, there may be various centros or various instantaneous centers. These centros are actually labeled by two digits, and it consists of the two links number with the smaller link numbers first and the other one as the another number. For example, this is, let's say this is link 0 and this is link 1. Then first, just for the solution purpose, we define this centro, and this centro is labeled as 0, 1. Remember, the smaller digit will come first. So 0 is always first. Also, each pair of links has a centro. So let's say there are three links here, here, here. In a mechanism, this is a mechanism. So we are just assuming that there is a relative motion between each other. Then let's say there is link 0, this is link 1, this is link 2. Then there are three instantaneous centers, 0, 1, 1, 2, and 0, 2. Notice how I am keeping the name of this centers, the labeling of this center. 0 is small, so this is the instantaneous center of link 0 and 2. Okay, the smaller digit always comes first. Each pair of link has at least uh, one centro. Okay, so here 0 and 1 has 0, 1. Here 1 and 2 has the centro 1, 2. So we can see here that the three links should have three instantaneous centers. Okay, or three centros. Similarly, what will happen if we have four links? Let's say this is 0, this is 1, this is link 2, and this is link 3. Then this will be labeled as 0, 1. This will be labeled as 1, 2. This will be labeled as 2, 3. And this will be labeled as 0, 3. So there are four instantaneous centers which are nothing but the joints. So any two links, if they joined at certain point, then that joining point is instantaneous center. But in this mechanism, 0, 1 forms one instantaneous center, 0, 2 should also form one instantaneous center, because each pair of the link must have one instantaneous center in a link. So here how we can write is that 0, 1 should be there, 02 should be there, and 03 should be there. Similarly, 12 should be there, 13 should be there, and 23. These are the possible combinations of instantaneous centers. Say 01 represents these two links, link 0 and 01. Okay, 02 is one instantaneous center which is for link 0 and for link 2. 03 is for link 0 and link 3. Instantaneous center 1, 2 is for link 1 and link 2. Instantaneous center 1, 3 is for link 1 and link 3. And instantaneous center 2, 3 is for link 2 and link 3. Okay, no other possible combination is possible in this 4-bar mechanism. So a 4-bar mechanism has 6 instantaneous centers. This is the possible combination of various links in a set of 2 links at a time. So in general, the number of links can be calculated using the formula n into n minus 1 by 2, where small n is number of links and capital N is instantaneous center, number of centros or instantaneous centers, and a small n is number of links. So let's say here in this equation we put number of link equal to 4, then n is equal to 4, 4 minus 1 becomes 3 by 2, that will give you 6, okay, which is nothing but these. Similarly, let's say for a 3-link mechanism, n becomes 3, 3 minus 1 is 2 divided by 2, so 3, okay. These 3 are here, say 01 makes this instantaneous center, 02 makes this instantaneous center, 12 makes 12 instantaneous center. No other possible combination is permissible here. Another important theorem, or we can say part of this instantaneous center analysis, is Kennedy's theorem. Okay, so let's say there is a link which is fixed at this point, which is connected to this fixed link, and let's say there is another link, something like this, and both are connected to this fixed point. Now here in this mechanism, this is, let's say this is link 0, this is link 1, and this is link 2. Let us also assume that link 1 and link 2, just imagine that if they are extended, they meet at certain point. Okay, let's say this point is B. Here we are talking about link 1 and 2, and we are trying to find out that we already know the position of instantaneous center 0, 1. We already know, we also know that instantaneous center of 0 and 2 is here and it is labeled as 0, 2. What we don't know is the position of instantaneous center 1, 2. Okay. Let's say these two links, they are extended like this, and now they meet at this point B. B is a common point in both the links. And B also does not lie on a line 0, 1, 0, 2. Please remember the way I am representing the line 0, 1, 0, 2. So when I'm writing 0, 1, 0, 2 and above that I am using a small line, it simply means the distance between 0, 1 and 0, 2, and it is a line. We don't generally use this dash, but I'm just, uh, you can just omit it. So let's say this B is not lying on a line joining 0, 1 and 0, 2. And we need to find out the center of 1, 2. Okay. Now we have also imagined that B is a common point which lie in both the links, and see the velocity of B in link 1, which will be VB1. You know, see here VB1. What is VB1? Is the velocity of point B with respect to this point. So what I did is that I have just connected this point to point B and I have drawn a vertical. This is the velocity vector of B with respect to this fixed point. Similarly, the velocity vector of VB2 with respect to link 2 is nothing but I have just drawn another perpendicular to a line. Okay. Now here say this point B has two velocity vectors VB1 and VB2, and as per the definition of instantaneous center, this point should have the same velocity vector for both the links. Okay. But here we can see that VB1 is a different and VB2 is a different. So obviously B is not the instantaneous center point between link 1 and 2, because this instantaneous center should have only one velocity vector for both the links. When this will be possible? This is only possible when this instantaneous center will lie somewhat here on the same line joining 0, 1 and 0, 2. So if it is lying here, then VB1 will be perpendicular to O1B. Similarly, VB2 will also be perpendicular to O2B and both will coincide. So it will have the same velocity vector for both the links. So that is why we say that 0, 1, the 0, 2 and the other instantaneous center, that is B, or 1, 2. B is nothing but 1, 2, must be collinear. And that is how the Kennedy's theorem is stated. So it is also very clear from this discussion that centro 1, 2 cannot be any point that does not lie on 0, 1, 0, 2. So Kennedy's theorem is simply stated as three links, just like here, have three centros that lie in one line. This theorem is the fundamental basis for all the instantaneous center method or analysis which we will study in this section. So if you have just, it is very simple. If there are three links, those three links will have three instantaneous centers, and all three instantaneous centers will always lie in one line. Okay. Now let's take the example of a 4-bar mechanism, and let's try to find out where these links will lie, where these instantaneous centers will lie. So let's say this is one 4-bar mechanism. There's, I must keep the crank the smallest link. So let's say this is the crank. This is the connecting rod, and this is the another joining link. Let's say this is link 0, this is link 1, this is link 2, and this is link 3. So there are 4 links, and we know that the 4 links will have 6 number of instantaneous centers. Okay, what will be those? They will be 0, 1, and we know where is this centro 0, 1, the common point between link 0 and link 1. So I can write that this is known. 0, 2, the instantaneous center for this pair 0 and 2, and we don't know where the instantaneous center is lying, so I'm just writing here it is unknown. 0, 3, we know 0, 3 instantaneous center, it will be at this point, the common point between link 0 and link 3, and it is again known. 1, 2, we know that the instantaneous center 1, 2 will be here. So this is also known. 1, 3, we don't know, this is unknown. And then 2, 3, we know that this is the common point between link 2 and link 3. So this is known. See here, these two are unknowns. This one and this one. They are unknown instantaneous centers, while all other 4 are known instantaneous centers. So how to determine the other 2 unknown instantaneous centers? So let's see. The first instantaneous center we want to determine is 0, 2. So link 0 is here and link 2 is here. As per Kennedy's theorem, we know that three links should have three instantaneous center which should lie in one line. Okay, so we can take link 0, link 2, and link 1. Now we have three links 0, 1, and 2. These three links should have three instantaneous centers which should lie in one line. So you can see here 0, 1 is lying here, 1, 2 is lying here. So obviously the other one 0, 2 must lie on a line which will be nothing but on this same line. Okay, तो मैंने इसको just extend कर दिया है और ये हमें पता चल गया है कि O2 जो है वो इसी लाइन पे लाई करेगा, लेकिन कहाँ करेगा मुझे पता नहीं है. Again, see here, considering this 0, link 0, link 3, and link 2. Now again we have three links 0, 3, and 2. Three links must have three instantaneous centers, and all three instantaneous centers must lie in one line. तो दो इंस्टेंटेनियस सेंटर का तो हमें पता है, 0, 3 का पता है, 2, 3 का पता है, 0, 2 का नहीं पता है, लेकिन ये पता है कि वो इस लाइन पे ही कहीं लाई करेगा. तो हमने इसको एक्सटेंड कर दिया और ये जो पॉइंट जहाँ पे इसने इंटरसेक्ट किया, this will be instantaneous center 0, 2. I hope it is clear. Similarly, now this has become known. 0, 2 कहाँ पे लाई कर रहा है वो पता चल गया. 1, 3 के बारे में पता करना है, मीन्स लिंक 1 एंड लिंक 3. अभी लिंक 1 और 3 के बीच का जो कॉमन इंस्टेंटेनियस सेंटर है, उसके लिए हम फिर से कैनेडीज थ्योरम लगाते हैं. तो हम लोग लिंक 1, 3 और एक 0, एक एडिशनल लिंक ले लेते हैं. तो 1, 0 और 3, we have now three links. And as per Kennedy's theorem, three links must have three instantaneous centers which lie in one line. तो 0, 3 और 0, 1 का तो पता है वो इस लाइन पे लाई कर रहा है. तो 1, 3 भी इसी लाइन पे लाई करना चाहिए, है ना. अभी फिर से देखते हैं, लिंक 1 और लिंक 3 के बीच का हमें 1, 3 का पता करना है. एक हमने एडिशनल लिंक 2 एज्यूम कर लिया हियर. सो नाउ वी हैव थ्री लिंक्स 1, 2 एंड 3. तो 1, 2 और 3 में three links must have three instantaneous centers which should again lie on one line. तो 2, 3 और 1, 2 का पता है, तीसरे इंस्टेंटेनियस सेंटर का पता करना है, तो वो इस लाइन पे ही लाई करेगा. तो लेट्स से वो यहाँ पे कट कर रहा है. So this point will become instantaneous center 1, 3. So I hope I am clear how to determine instantaneous centers for a 4-bar mechanism. So now each instantaneous center is known. You can always measure various lengths, है ना. यहाँ से यहाँ, every length you can measure on the graphical sheet. Now see this link 2, it rotates about center O2. Remember, O2 is an instantaneous center which has the same velocity vector for two links. कौन से link? Link 0 or link 2. Link 0 is a fixed link, it is not moving. तो ये हमेशा 2 के लिए वैलिड होगा, है ना. लिंक 2 के लिए कुछ तो वेलोसिटी वेक्टर होगा जो इसके लिए हमेशा वैलिड होगा. सो दिस लिंक 2 रोटेट्स अबाउट दिस सेंट्रो 0, 2, है ना. आप इसको ऐसा मान सकते हैं कि ये लिंक जो है, लिंक 2 जो है वो इस सेंटर के अबाउट रोटेट करती है. एंड अगर मैं थोड़ा सा डायमेंशनल प्रोपोर्शन में लिखूं तो वी कैन राइट दैट velocity of point V23 is nothing but omega 2 into 0223. ये क्या है? 0223, ये वाली डिस्टेंस है. Okay, and omega 2 is the angular velocity through which this link 2 is rotating about this point O2. Similarly, velocity of point 12 is again, because O2 is the point which has the same velocity vector, so omega 2 about this point will remain same. है ना? So omega 2 will remain same. So we can write for V12 the velocity of this point is omega 2 0 2 1 2. You know, this distance, or we can just write V23 over V12 is nothing but the ratio of the distances. Now see here, V12 is generally known, isn't it? The velocity of this point remains known. In most of the cases, we know that at how speed the crank is moving. You know? So we know V12, we need to determine what will be the velocity of point 23, V23. And if we measure these two distances, 0 to 23 and 0 to 12, then we can determine the value of V23 using this equation. So this is also one method to determine the velocity of V23. And similarly, we can determine omega 2, which will be nothing but V12 divided by O212 is also equal to V23 divided by O223. Okay. So by using this method, we can determine angular speed of link 2. Similarly, let's say there is an arbitrary point here. Say, let's say this arbitrary point, any point is B. Okay. And if we want to determine the velocity of point B, then using this similar equations which we have just written earlier, we can write VB over V12 is also equal to 0 to B, this distance, divided by 0 to 12. You know, 0 to B is this distance. So velocity of any arbitrary point can also be determined like this. Also, we must know that velocity of point B will always be perpendicular to this line. So it will be like this and this with respect to centro O2. And here the direction becomes important. See the direction here, if the link 1 was moving like this, and in counterclockwise direction, we know that it is moving here. So V12 की direction इधर है. So about this centro, this link will also move like this. Okay. So about O2, this will move in clockwise direction. तो हम कह सकते हैं कि ये जो link 2 है, it is rotating in clockwise direction. Now let's think about Centro 1-3. So I'm just trying to redraw it. So for this, we got this Centro, which was 0, 3, sorry, 0, 2, 0, 1, 2, and 3. And then we got another instantaneous center like this, which has this point, instantaneous center 1, 2, instantaneous center 1, uh, 1, 2 is here, and instantaneous center 2, 3 is here, instantaneous center 0, 3 is here, and this is instantaneous center 1, 3. Now here you must be very vigilant about which two links I am talking about. Here is link 1 and link 3, and this one is a fixed point. This one is also a fixed point. Velocity of V13 or the point 13 is, it can be written as omega 1 into 0113. Here you must keep in your mind that if there is a fixed pivot, then the link rotates about fixed pivot only. Now there is a difference between when we were analyzing this Centro 02 and when we are analyzing Centro 13. Because see, Centro 13 is a Centro for link 1 and link 3, and link 1 is fixed here, link 3 is fixed here. So both the links are fixed or pivoted at some point. In earlier case, when we were analyzing Centro 02, तो 02 में क्या था कि सिर्फ एक लिंक ही फिक्स थी और दूसरी लिंक फिक्स नहीं थी, you know. So this link 2 was not fixed. Any point of the link 2 was not fixed. But here, both the points of link 1 and 3 are fixed. So if you remember, for the link 02, we have written an equation like this, that V12 is nothing but it is omega 2 into 0212, है ना. इसी तरह हम लोगों ने लिखा था V23 के लिए भी ऐसे ही लिखा था कि ओमेगा 2 इंटू 0223. लेकिन यहाँ पे हम क्या लिख रहे हैं? In earlier case, we have analyzed the velocity of these 2 points. Remember, V12 and V23. Here we are not analyzing the velocity of these 2 points. What we are analyzing is the velocity of 13. Earlier case, we have not analyzed the velocity of 02. है ना? And 13 क्या होगा? ये omega 1 ये है. the angular speed of link 1 is omega 1. And since v13 is a point which has the same velocity vector for link 1 and link 3, तो इसका मतलब है कि v13 जो होगा वो omega 1 into 0 1 1 3 होगा. Okay? This point is 0 1. And if we consider omega 3, let's say this has the angular speed of omega 3 in whatever direction it may be, then v13 can also be written as omega 3 into O313. Okay, so if we compare these two equations, we can determine omega 3 is by omega 1 is 0113 0313. You must notice here that I am using a distinct relationship from here. In this case, we have analyzed 2 points, V12 and V23, and both were lying on one same link. Okay, and that is why we have considered omega 2 is as common, you know, because एक लिंक जो है वो एक ही एंगुलर स्पीड से रोटेट कर सकती है. यहाँ पे हम लोग क्या कर रहे हैं, हम लोग इस पॉइंट की वेलोसिटी को एनालाइज कर रहे हैं और हमें पता है कि 1 और 3 दोनों की एंगुलर स्पीड अलग अलग है, इसलिए V13 वो तो सेम रहेगा because the value of V13 for link 1 and link 3 both will remain same. Okay, so I'm writing this sort of equation. People often get confused, so if you just keep it here, if you just keep it in your mind that अगर कोई भी फिक्स पॉइंट है लिंक में, तो लिंक इस पॉइंट के हिसाब से रोटेट करती है ना, फिक्स पॉइंट से रोटेट करती है. तो यहाँ पे इसकी वेलोसिटी जो है वो हमेशा आप इसके रेस्पेक्ट में लेते हैं, इस फिक्स पॉइंट के रेस्पेक्ट में लेते हैं और इस फिक्स पॉइंट के रेस्पेक्ट में लेते हैं. So here, by seeing this equation, we can deduce that the angular velocities of two links are inversely proportional to angular velocities of two links. Remember, these two links have fixed pivot, no? So I'm just writing here having fixed pivot. Are inversely proportional to distances from fixed pivot to the common centrum. तो बस इतनी सी बातें ही आपको याद रखनी है कि अगर आप दो लिंक जो कि फिक्स पिवोट पे है उनके बारे में कंसीडर कर रहे हैं, तो आपको एंगुलर स्पीड का रिलेशनशिप मिल जाएगा जो कि इन्वर्सली प्रोपोर्शनल होता है फिक्स पिवोट से इंस्टेंटेनियस सेंटर के डिस्टेंस का. और अगर आप नहीं कर रहे हैं तो ये बहुत ही आसान हो जाता है, v इज इक्वल टू आर ओमेगा आप सिंपल लगा सकते हैं फॉर बोथ द पॉइंट्स. Okay, so I hope that here everything is clear now. यहाँ पे एक चीज और देख सकते हैं कि V13 का जो डायरेक्शन होगा वो ऐसा होगा, क्योंकि ये ओमेगा 1 काउंटर क्लॉकवाइज है। तो V13 का डायरेक्शन अगर आप इसको एक लिंक की तरह कंसिडर करें तो इसका डायरेक्शन डाउनवर्ड्स होगा। सिमिलरली अगर आप ये इस लिंक को देखें तो भी ये डाउनवर्ड्स होगा। तो इसका मतलब है कि लिंक 3 जो है वो भी काउंटर क्लॉकवाइज ही मूव कर रही है ना। सो ओमेगा 3 की जो डायरेक्शन आएगी वो आ जाएगी सेम एज ओमेगा 1, दैट इज काउंटर क्लॉकवाइज। So very often omega 1 and omega 3 have same direction, very often. So one more concept I want to talk about in this instantaneous center method is what will happen for sliding linkages. Let's say we have uh, a 4-bar mechanism, a simple slider crank mechanism. So this is a slider which is sliding on this horizontal path. Let's say this is link 0, this is link 1, and this is link 2. The slider is link 3. So we have 0, 1, 0, 2, and 0, 3. Then 1, 2, and 1, 3, and 2, 3. 6 number of instantaneous centers. 0, 1 is known, it is here. This is 1, 2 is here. 0, 3 is something we will discuss about. 2, 3 is here. In such a cases, in order to determine 0, 3, because 2, 3 and 0, 3 cannot coincide, तो इस केस के लिए हम लोग क्या करते हैं कि ये जो स्लाइडर है इसका एक रिप्रेजेंटेटिव लिंक ले लेते हैं, और वो लिंक ऐसा लेते हैं कि now here the slider is replaced by a link जिसकी की इनफाइनाइट लेंथ है। And it is always perpendicular to the path of motion. Okay? तो यहाँ पे देखिए ये हॉरिजॉन्टल पे मूव कर रहा था, तो ये लिंक 3 जो है, जो स्लाइडर है, वो एक परपेंडिकुलर लाइन और एक परपेंडिकुलर लिंक जिसकी की लेंथ इनफाइनाइट होती है और इन ए डायरेक्शन विच इज परपेंडिकुलर टू द मोशन। तो ऐसा एज्यूम करने पे एक इनफाइनाइट लेंथ पे हमें एक इंस्टेंटेनियस सेंटर मिल जाता है जिसको हम बोलते हैं 0, 3। ये एक एजम्पशन है कि जब भी कोई भी स्लाइडर है तो उस स्लाइडर के लिए हम लोग उसकी जगह एक परपेंडिकुलर लिंक एज्यूम कर लेते हैं जो कि जिसकी की लेंथ इनफाइनाइट होती है। सो this is link 3. Now here is also how to draw the how to determine. So we know 0 1, it is known. 0 2 is not known, so this is not known. 0 3 will lie somewhere in the infinite path, so we can write it is also known. 1 2 is also known. 1 3 is unknown. 2 3 is also known. So there are two unknown instantaneous centers, that is 0 2 and 1 3. Now 0 2 के लिए क्या करते हैं? 0 2 मीन्स लिंक 0 एंड लिंक 2. तो एक और लिंक कंसिडर कर लेते हैं 1. तो नाउ वी हैव थ्री लिंक्स 0 1 एंड 2. और एज पर कैनेडीज थ्योरम वी नो दैट three links must have three instantaneous centers which must lie in one line. तो इसको एक्सटेंड कर देते हैं और हमें पता है कि वो इस लाइन पे कहीं लाई करेगा, है ना, जो मैंने एक्सटेंड किया. अगेन हम लोग फिर से ले लेते हैं 0 2 और 3 इज ऑन अदर लिंक. तो वो अगेन इट हैज वन, एक इंस्टेंटेनियस सेंटर है जो कहीं इनफाइनाइट में लाई कर रहा है और इस लाइन को आगे बढ़ा देते हैं. तो वो जहाँ पे भी कट करेगा वो हो जाएगा इंस्टेंटेनियस सेंटर 0 2. मैंने थोड़ा सा टेढ़ा कर दिया, इट शुड बी ऑन दिस परपेंडिकुलर लाइन, है ना, ऑन दी सेम लाइन लाइक दिस. तो 0 2 की पोजीशन भी नोन हो गई. 1 3 की पोजीशन के लिए क्या करें? लिंक 1 यहाँ है, लिंक 3 यहाँ है. एक इंस्टेंटेनियस सेंटर तो हमें पता है कि ये यहाँ 0 1 पे है. अच्छा 0 3 जो है वो एकदम इनफाइनाइट लेंथ पे एग्जिस्ट करता है ना. इसका कोई लेंथ मेजर करना बहुत टफ है. इट इज ऑलमोस्ट इम्पॉसिबल. इट इज एट सम इनफाइनाइट लेंथ. तो अगर ये इनफाइनाइट लेंथ पे यहाँ है तो उसको इनफाइनाइट लेंथ पे यहाँ पे भी हम एज्यूम कर सकते हैं विदाउट अफेक्टिंग मच. ओके, तो 0 3 इधर है, 0 1 इधर है, एंड वी नीड टू फाइंड आउट 1 एंड 3. तो देखिए अगर हम इसी को एक्सटेंड कर दे तो अब कह सकते हैं कि एक इंस्टेंटेनियस यहाँ 0 का इधर है, 1 का इधर है, और फिर से अगर हम ये एक्सटेंड कर देंगे तो हमें ये जो पॉइंट मिल जाएगा ये होगा instantaneous center 1 3. What I was trying to do is that I have taken link 1, link 3 और link 0 को जब लिया तो एक ये वाली लाइन हम लोगों ने खींच दी, है ना, 1 0. तो एक इंस्टेंटेनियस सेंटर यहाँ कहीं लाई कर रहा था, एक यहाँ कर रहा था. तो हमें पता है कि 1 3 इस लाइन पे ही कहीं लाई करेगा, इसलिए मैंने इसको एक्सटेंड कर दिया. नेक्स्ट क्या किया, मैंने 1 को लिया और लिंक 3 को लिया और पॉइंट और लिंक 2 को किया, है ना. तो देखिए 1 3 जो यहाँ पे था 2 और यहाँ पे दो इंस्टेंटेनियस सेंटर ऑलरेडी है, तो इसी को एक्सटेंड कर दिया. तो ये जहाँ पे कट किया वो इंस्टेंटेनियस सेंटर 1 3 हो गया. 1 3 दिस डिस्टेंस कैन बी मेजर्ड. और वो सारे ही रूल्स जो हमने प्रीवियस एनालिसिस में लगाए हैं वो सारे ही इक्वेशंस यहाँ पे भी लगाए जा सकते हैं. So that is all about this graphical interface. Now you can ask question. I don't know, someone has asked, just asked that how I arrived link 0 2 in which question? In this question or in some other question?
In first question, sir.
First question.
4 bar link mechanism.
This one, is it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So 0 2, see, 0 2 is the instantaneous center between link 0 and link 2, correct?
Yes.
And पहले मैंने क्या किया, एक एक्स्ट्रा लिंक लिया 1, है ना, 0 और 2 के बीच एक लिंक लिया मैंने 1। और कैनेडीज थ्योरम क्या कहता है कि 3 लिंक के पास 3 इंस्टेंटेनियस सेंटर होते हैं जो कि एक ही लाइन में एग्जिस्ट करते हैं। तो लिंक एक इंस्टेंटेनियस सेंटर, ये तो हमें पता ही है, ये भी पता है। तो हमें पता है कि तीसरा इंस्टेंटेनियस सेंटर जो होगा 0 2, वो इस लाइन पे ही कहीं एग्जिस्ट करेगा, है ना। तो इसलिए मैंने इसको बढ़ा दिया। इसी तरह देखिए, फिर से मैंने लिंक 0 लिया, लिंक 2 लिया और एक एक्स्ट्रा लिंक 3 यहाँ पे कंसीडर किया। 0 3 और 2, यहाँ पे 3 लिंक हो गए और 2 इंस्टेंटेनियस सेंटर हमें पता है कि यहाँ पर है और यहाँ पर है। तो तीसरा भी इस लाइन पे ही कहीं लाई करना चाहिए, इसलिए मैंने इस लाइन को बढ़ा दिया। और वो जहाँ पे भी इंटरसेक्ट किया वो लिंक, वो इंस्टेंटेनियस सेंटर हो गया 0 2। इज इट क्लियर?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that's all for velocity analysis. We will solve some of the problems on the Monday, and on the Wednesday you have exam. So I'm just ending the meeting. If you don't have any question, thank you.